Wow. There's a karmic that is proposing threesomes to keep him into her. And not even this is working. All right. So shout out to him. Okay. He's not being easily manipulated by this karmic. All right. Somebody that works in the spiritual field is significant. This could be you, or this could be the karmic. Maybe they're into the bippity bopping. All right. Or if it's you, you could be a healer. You could be doing what I'm doing. Somebody is in the spiritual field. It says here, at a celebration, an event, a party. Tell me more. So maybe somebody's going to this event, this party, celebration, and they're going to try to propose a threesome. You know, like, let's go to the hotel after this. I don't know. Look, a stalker. They're going to pop up. I've been picking up on that energy. I picked up on that the other day, that there was a karmic that was going to pop up at some type of an event, a party, gathering, whatever that is. They're going to pop up. And when I ask why, it's because they're going to try to get back with you. So that could be right here, this. All right, it says here that they're going to message you and it's a setup. So let me go ahead and clarify. What is this this message about? Let's see. Clarify, what is this message about, Holy Spirit? Okay, so we have the Six of Cups. So yeah, this is a reconciliation, like a reunion. And then we have the Fool card. This is taking a leap of faith. All right, this is also like with the adventure energy, is like traveling. So this is that. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about this Six of Cups. So it's like making plans, like, you know, like, let's link up at this event. All right, we have the Ace of Swords, and it's coming out in the reverse. So it says here, reevaluate, misinformation, blocked communication, clouded judgment, redirect, and hostility. So in the upright, it is communication. So it's in the reverse. So there's something about the communication being blocked. This person, they don't, this is exactly what I was getting. I'm just going back to the same message, that the karmic is going to try to pop up. And this is why, because they're blocked. Okay, because this person does not want to talk to them. So there's going to be like a party, a celebration. I don't know, somebody's birthday is coming up, and they're going to try to pop up over there. Okay, so they're sending messages, but the messages ain't going through because they're getting blocked. And I asked Spirit too last time. I was like, where's the setup? And that was the setup, that they're going to try to get back with this person. Okay, so if this is you, you need to just be aware that the karmic is on a mission. All right, they're going to try to pop up somewhere that you're going to be at, and you need to be aware. Let me pull from another pile of cards and see what comes out. All right, Holy Spirit, tell me more. What does the collective need to know regarding this stalker, this event, this celebration, this gathering, whatever it is, they're going to try to pop up. And if it's a birthday, your birthday's coming up, they're going to try to do this on your birthday. And if it's not that you don't have them blocked, you are just protecting your energy. You know, you have been focusing on yourself. And that's why we have here that she's proposing threesomes and shit. Like, she's trying to get into your energy. She's trying to manipulate you. Trying to get you caught up. And look, red flags, all right? You need to see the red flags. That this is a major red flag, because you are making progress. You are closing out a karmic cycle by doing this, by staying away from this karmic, not engaging in these threesomes and none of this shit, because that's going to give you a sex demon, all right? A sexually transmitted disease and sex demons, okay? So you got to really stay away from this karmic. What do we have here? Left you hanging. You see, yo, you cannot make this up. Again, if I'm not talking to Divine Masculine directly, like if it's not you watching Divine Masculine, hey, then I'm talking to Divine Feminine about your Divine Masculine and what he's doing. All right, so apply this reading how it resonates with your situation. This Divine Masculine left her hanging. No closure, no contact, left on red. I just said right here, the communication is blocked. This is why she's going to try to pop up. She's making plans here to travel towards somebody for their birthday or for their celebration event, gathering, somebody's birthday, whatever this is here. All right. They're planning to pop up. All right. The Moon card. Okay. Secretly planning to do this shit. That's why Spirit is telling you this in this message. Like, they want you to know that this is what this karmic is plotting. They're planning to do this. Okay. It says here, I've caught him checking out your social media. This doesn't even belong here. This belongs in the other deck. with the karmic thoughts, but it's resonating. All right, it came out for a reason. It says that she's a spiritual hater. Okay, look at that. Hates on your spirituality, and look what's right behind that. You are this energy, the Queen of Cups, is coming out in the upright. You are intuitive. You are sensitive. You are divine. All right. And spiritual hater, she hates how intuitive you are, how your intuition is always spot on. Okay. How your spirit team is always giving you messages, downloads, dream messages. If you do readings, like I just said right now, somebody works in the spiritual field. This could be you who's watching. All right. And if it's not that you work in the spiritual field or not, you are still intuitive. You know, you could still be very intuitive and you don't have to be in the spiritual field. All right. And this karmic could also work in the spiritual field, but she works in the dark. You know, she be bippity bopping. All right. And you don't. So that makes her so irritated. All right. She hates on your spirituality, on your light. You see what I'm saying? Your light. You are the light. You're not coming out in the reverse as a karmisha in the reverse. You're in the upright. Okay. So your power, your magic, your light. This karmic is jealous of that shit. Let her be jealous. Who cares? It's part of the game, baby. Everybody always gonna have a hater. You know, you're gonna have a fan club. Okay, so that's what's going on. Let's see what we could get with this proposing threesomes to keep him into her, and it ain't working. But we already see he ghosted her. He left her hanging. He's not communicating with her. Yeah, look. 4 of Cups. This is them feeling rejected, feeling left out. You know, they're contemplating now, like, damn, what can I do now? What can I do now to get this person back under my manipulation, under my illusions, under my bullshit ass games that she be playing, right? Trying to get you back in. So that's that's her contemplating. Oh my God. All right. What else, Holy Spirit? What else can we get with that threesome energy? Strength. Okay. So this person is being, look, we got cheap motel. That is crazy. Because didn't I say after this party, they're going to be like, let's slide off into the hotel. That is crazy. And look, not a hotel, a cheap motel. All right. So this card could be significant. A red car, the kind of car could be significant, a motel, all right? But with the strength card, Spirit is saying that he is standing on business, all right? He's not going to go to no hotel with this bitch and her friends. He's not going to give in to that, all right? He's being strong. Like, you know, if it was in the reverse, that would be a weakness. So then that would be like, oh, he just might go. But in the upright, no, he's standing on business. He's standing strong. All right. He is not going anywhere with this karmic. He don't want nothing to do with this karmic. Okay. Let's see what else we got. All right. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What can we get from here? The karmic is panicking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's going to be their plan. They're seeing that this guy is pulling his energy back. He's starting to focus on himself. He's going to start going towards divine feminine because that's God's plan. And she's panicking that she cannot block God's plan. Okay. Drake could be significant. God's plan. Look, baby daddy drama. If it's not baby daddy, it's a baby mama. Okay. This could be her baby daddy. All right. For some of y'all. That's what's going on here. If it's not a baby mama, baby daddy, it's just drama. And we have here online social media. Okay. Let's see. What else? Tell us more, Holy Spirit. What about this online social media? They could be stalking you because they see your light here. So they're watching you. I'm telling you, somebody is online doing readings. You're doing something with your intuition, something like you could be doing like what I'm doing, and they're watching you and they're so mad. Okay, so look, online, you are the main topic in the group chat. This karmic is talking about you and what you're doing online. And yo, you cannot make this up. And she's triggered by your post. Oh my goodness. Yo. Online, social media. She's triggered. She's stalking you, stalking him. She's stalking everybody. But she needs to be putting all that energy into herself. Like, bitch, go do something productive. Like, what's going on here? All right. So she's panicking. She's panicking. She's triggered. She's talking about you in the group chat. Let's see if we could get a little bit of tea of what's going on in this group chat. I know they talking shit, but let's see what kind of shit they talking. Oh my God. All right, Spirit, talk to me about this group chat. What they talking about in there? Oh, there was a post yesterday. It had nothing to do with tarot or none of this. I like to look through the comments. I'll be just looking to see what people be saying and shit. And somebody was talking about a community. There was like a community jar. They were like, oh, I'm going to put them in a community jar. And somebody commented, they was like, what's the community jar? She said, I'm going to take his picture and I'm going to put it in the community, in a community jar. It's going to be a sour jar to make somebody like mad. Like, you know, to make them sour, go crazy. Like trying to like do voodoo on somebody to, I guess, punish them. But when she said community jar, you know, that got my attention because I'm like, oh, I forgot, like these bitches. I be seeing other practitioners that work in the dark that they be posting that, you know, like they be like, you know, we're gonna do a community ritual type thing and send me $5 and the name and we're gonna do it all together. That's what I'm getting here, okay, with this group chat. It could be that too. All right, something about that community jar, like they all are doing voodoo together. All right, and that's where they all talk in the group chat. All right, that's what came to my mind right now. All right, so tell us, Holy Spirit, talk to me about this group chat. Okay, look what they talking about in the group chat. The Queen of Wands. This is you. You're coming out in the upright. Okay, this is you being courageous, confident, independent, focused. You have a zest for life. You are happy with your life. You are abundant. You are standing in your power. You are determined. Okay, you with joy. Again, you're happy. So they're talking about you. We know. It says it right there. You're the main topic. Okay, what about this Queen of Wands? They're so jealous. My goodness. Okay, what about this Queen of Wands? 10 of Wands. Yo, they are wanting you to be like this. That's what I'm saying. Like, they could be doing voodoo on you. All right? Bottom of the deck. So, look. They want you to be feeling like this. All right? They want you to feel burdened. They want you to be going through this energy of grief, sadness, resisting change, mourning. They want you to like this. Because that's how she is right here. That's the same energy. Disappointed, you know, over it, don't know what else to do, feeling rejected. They're projecting onto you. And they could be doing voodoo because with the 10 of Wands, they want you to be taking on this heavy load. They want you to feel burdened, overwhelmed. They want you to be done, okay? They want you to see, look, brink of collapse, okay? So this is a lot of projection here. Like, they see you standing in your power, and they want you to be in the energy that they're in. They're trying to send, like, this energy towards you for you to be stressed out, burdened, giving up. All right, but you're not. You're standing in your power. Okay. So is there voodoo here, or is this just like projection? Is this like a voodoo group of bitches, little bippity bopping ass hoes, dusty ass bitches that don't got nothing better to do with their lives? Let's see. Page of Swords. This is stalking, okay? This is people that be stalking you, that they watch you, that they communicate about you. All right, what else? The Knight of Wands. So they're taking action. So the Knight of Wands is taking action. So is it just taking action to stalk and to talk shit, or there's voodoo involved? If there's no voodoo here in this group, this is just projection. You know, like they're talking and they're wanting you to be like them, to be in that energy that they're in. Oh, you cannot make this up. There's voodoo. Never mind what I just said. As a matter of fact, it is projection. They do want, you know, crabs in a barrel. They want you to be just like them. But here we go with the Magician here. All right. So, yes, they are doing voodoo. They're doing voodoo, all of them together. They're all working here to do this shit. Willpower, influence. You see, like, I guess they think that if it's more hoes involved in the voodoo, it will work, or it will be more stronger. They'll be able to concentrate. They'll be able to do the bippity bopping. All right, but no, it's not gonna happen. All right, so they're watching you, they're talking about you, and then the action that they're taking is voodoo for you to be burdened. All right. So yes, that's why spirit, you see, spirit be showing me things in the most random ways. And sometimes I don't even know that it's like a message or a sign from spirit. I just be thinking I'm just being nosy, looking through the comments, reading shit. But then when I'm doing a reading, like a personal reading, or I'm doing a reading like this, those things that I did, you know, earlier in the day, you know, like when I read that comment, it pops up in my head, and spirit is like reminding me, like, hey, you saw that for a reason. So that's confirmation that that's what they're doing. It's like a community jar. Like, you know, they're all working together, putting their energy together to do this bippity bop and shit. And it still ain't working. So look at that. All of that for nothing. Okay? It still ain't working. You got a whole bunch of hoes and the shit still ain't hitting. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What else the collective need to know? So that's why we see that again. They're panicking. And they're going to go pop up at somebody's birthday event or on their birthday. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What else? Okay, so we have the truth is revealed. Truth is revealed. What else? So we have here somebody who's a boss, an entrepreneur. Okay, and then we have here doctor's office and plan B. Well, damn. Doctor's office and plan B. And we have that a karmic paid someone to lie on you. It's a lot of shit going on here. So look, bottom of the deck, we have hospital visit. So hospital visit and then doctor's office and plan B. So the truth was revealed about somebody, a karmic, that they was pregnant at one point and they went to the hospital and they got a plan B. So maybe after the plan B, they needed to go to the doctor's office to get like a follow-up. If it's not a plan B, maybe they got an abortion or something. I don't know. It's too much confirmation. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So whatever happened with that, let's see what we could get with that. The truth was revealed about that. Tell me about this plan B, doctor's office, hospital visit, Holy Spirit. It's given like with the truth being revealed, like the karmic, they got caught fucking around with somebody else. And let's see. And now the truth is revealed. 7 of Pentacles. That's like someone was dealing with someone for a while, like an investment, a long time. Page of Coins, laying a foundation. Listen, these two coming out together is like, you know how they say, what is it? I got a cake in the oven. I got a muffin in the oven. I forgot how that quote goes. But when they say that I'm pregnant, I think there's a muffin in the oven. Comment below. I forgot how that shit goes. But that's what I'm getting. These are muffins in the oven. And look, like laying a foundation. Like, you know, this could be that. Like, you know, the seed in the foundation. All right. Working hard, putting in that work. Like, listen, somebody got somebody pregnant. And it became a blockage, okay, with the Chariot in the reverse here. It was something that they felt like they couldn't follow through with that. So somebody did take a plan B here. They was like, listen, I can't do this, you know, like this with that Chariot reverse. Like, nah, I can't do this. We cannot move forward with this. I got Divine Masculine over here that I'm trying to trap. I can't let you trap me. So a karmic got pregnant, and Divine Masculine found out about that. And he also found out that the karmic paid. I don't know, maybe he was looking through her phone. Maybe his phone was connected to her phone. What do you call that? The iCloud. Because it's like, damn, how do you find out all of this shit? Unless you're reading the group chat. He must have been reading the group chat. He found out everything, that the karmic lied. Okay, they lied about you and they paid somebody else to lie about you. So I don't know why he was even getting advice from anybody connected to the karmic. Because of course they're all gonna fucking lie about the divine feminine. But I guess he's learning now. So, clarify, karmic paid someone to lie, Holy Spirit. Spell work is being done. Wow. And look, this is so freaking crazy. She was doing spell work on him. That's why I said he needed to learn from that. Like, whatever, if he believed it at one point, she was doing a lot of spell work on him, and he was in a lower frequency. He was in a lower vibration, so the spell work was working on him. Just like how we all started from a lower frequency, and we was all in that level at one point. He is as well, but he's not there no more. We already see now that he's healing. He's, you know, standing on business. He's being strong. He's walking away from this karmic. So when he wasn't on that time, you know, he wasn't strong like that. The spell work was working on him, and she was doing this, telling people to lie. It says paid, so I don't know if he went to a reader, and the reader, because again, works in the spiritual field, maybe she's a reader too, or maybe she got a reader that she goes to, and he went to the reader, and the reader was paid to lie to Divine Masculine about you, and this is why. So that he does not see her as his wife. You see this? Manifesting his dream so that he don't see that this is his dream come true. This woman, you know, Divine Feminine. All right, for him to be thinking like this, like restriction, stall, postpone, you know, like lack of foresight. I don't see the future with this girl. This is not my wife. All right, so he was under a lot of spell work. He was under a lot of manipulation, illusions. Okay, and we got here under the spell work card, it says reconciliation, healing. So, you know, she was doing all this spell work so that he doesn't get back with Divine Feminine, and so that he doesn't heal from all of these things that he went through. All right, because if he heals, he's going to be on a higher vibration. If he's on a higher vibration, she cannot do voodoo on him. You see how that works? So it's over now. Okay, like he's working on himself, he's healing. He left her hanging. He's blocking communication. He could be an entrepreneur, or he's working on that, on owning his own business or having multiple streams of income. All right. And that's what's going on. Simple as that. All right. He's doing him. Carmisha already caught him stalking your social media, checking you out, you know, so she already knew who you was, and she has been targeting Divine Feminine ever since. Okay. Doing the most, getting people to lie on her, you know, lying about herself to Divine Masculine. Okay, but all of this shit is crumbling. Okay, so let me pull from here and see what else comes out. All right, they're trying to trap him with a baby, but he don't want to fuck. Oh my goodness, look at that. Again, this is why she's trying to do this threesome. He don't want to fuck. He don't want to have no threesome. He don't want to connect with her at all. He's disgusted by this broad. As he should. It's like now he's seeing clearly beyond the illusions. No more voodoo over him. He don't want nothing to do with this girl. And that's how it be when people do love spells on people. They wake up. That shit don't last forever. And sometimes it does last forever because the guy, he stays in a low frequency. He never heals. He never works on himself. He never raises his vibration. So he stays in that low frequency. Look, I made a post about this this morning. A karmic will get into an accident. Their voodoo backfired. And look at it right here coming out again. If you haven't seen it, this is going to come out again. And it's because, look, they keep trying to do this. They keep trying to do a destiny swap, energy swap. She's trying to do this with Divine Feminine. She's trying to swap energies. So what they do is, some of them, they do it like this. Like they do try to get you killed. Like they want you to have like a car accident, and then you die, and they get to step into your destiny and be with the Divine Masculine. I know that sounds crazy, but it is crazy. She's crazy. Okay, she's a fucking crazy psycho bitch. Look, you cannot make this up. Shout out to Divine Masculine. I'm so proud. Oh my goodness. Yes. All right. Yes. He is now practicing semen retention. He is celibate. All right. He's matching the energy of the Divine Feminine. We are supposed to be team celibate. I don't know who's getting freaky out there, but my Divine Feminines, y'all know right now we're not dealing with nobody. We're focusing on our healing, on our ascension, and we are team celibate. All right, so he's matching that energy. That's very important because it also helps with the healing process as well, and with the ascension process. So he's doing what he got to do. And these karmics is basically the devil trying to lure him back in. That's the devil right there trying to work on him. But he's being strong, okay? He's being strong. He's not going to no fucking hotel, no motel, no none of that shit. Okay? All right. So let me pull, see what we get from here. Anything else, Holy Spirit? So he's being tested right now. God is testing him just like God be testing us, to see if, you know, we're going to walk away from what doesn't serve us, if we're going to have boundaries. So that's the test. You know, this karmic is going to pop up and he's going to duck her. You know, he's going to be like, bitch, I'm not going nowhere with you. Look, party. I'm telling you, it's a party, a celebration. It's something here that he's not going to give in. He's not going to go with her to the hotel. He's not going to have a threesome. He's not going to fall for whatever he used to fall for in the past. And that's how this cycle is going to be complete. And then Carmisha is going to get into a car accident. And in the post that I posted, it was about a girl that she got into a car accident and she lost her foot. And I picked up on that last week. And I said very clearly last week that this karmic doing all these spells trying to do a death spell on Divine Feminine is going to go right back to sender. Not because we don't engage. We don't send shit back. I don't do that. God already showed me I don't need to do that. I'm protected. All right. Archangel Michael is always on deck. He's protecting the earth angels, which is us. All right. And the Most High God. And we have our ancestors that handle our dirty work. So let them keep sending shit and it's going to go right back to sender. Simple. It goes back naturally back to sender. That's how protected we are. We don't have to do anything back. All we need to do is continue to focus on cleansing our energy. All right. Like I said yesterday, use salt to cleanse your energy. Whatever else it is that you use to cleanse, just keep doing that and let them keep going crazy, sending shit, and it's going to go right back to them like it's happening now. I said that the karmic was not going to die because it came out very clear that she was not going to die. And we're not wishing death on nobody, but I just felt like I needed to say that she was not going to die, but she was going to be heavily burdened with the aftermath because she's going to lose a limb. She's going to lose a leg, a foot, something she was going to lose. And it was going to lead to her becoming a perk addict. Okay, because the pain is going to lead to her getting on perks and she's going to become addicted to that. And that's how the devil is going to lead them deeper into their demise. Okay, the shit goes deep. This is all stemming from this karmic who just didn't love herself, that she wanted to force somebody to love her, doing all this spell work. She got herself so deep and so caught up in the darkness that she's not going to see no way out of this. And when she ends up waking up, it's going to be too late. She's going to be in a hospital. Just like, you know, God forbid, just that girl that I posted, I don't know her. I don't know how, you know, I don't know if she's into that voodoo shit or nothing like that. But, you know, she's going to end up like that, waking up in a hospital bed and be like, wow, like she said in the post, I lost my foot. Like she was like, yo, like she said, I've never gotten into no car accident before. And the first time that I get into a car accident, I'm losing my foot. So that's what this karmic is going to be experiencing when they wake up from all this bullshit that they've been doing. Like, it's like they're so far gone. They're lost in the sauce. And when they finally realize how deep they are, it's going to be too late. All right. Yeah, look, you cannot make this up. I was talking about the devil. Look at his ass right here. It's going to be too late. This karmic belongs to the devil. Okay. It's too late for that shit. All right. So let me go ahead and pull some names. If you see your name here, this is giving you confirmation. There's a message here for you. If you see the karmic's name, this is your confirmation they're involved. If you don't see any name, that's okay. You take what resonates from this message and you leave what does not. This is a group reading, a group message, not a group community jar like what the karmic is doing, but it's a group message. All right, so let's see. All right, let's begin. Mariana, Corey, Sylvia, Brandon. Listen, the name Brandon, I do not know anyone named Brandon, but I've been seeing that name over and over so much so that I was like, okay, that spirit talking to me about a Brandon. So somebody needs to know about a fucking Brandon. All right, maybe you are Brandon. All right, the one that I'm talking to, but confirmation with Brandon. Okay. Byron, Lourdes, Marco, Susana, Suarez, Armenta, Morales, Gracie, Lopez, Adrian, Damaris, Gladys, Flor, Norma, Luis, Diana, Marcela, Osvaldo, Serrano, Ramirez, Lugo, Quirros, Molina, Valverde, Palacios, Barrios, Martinez, De la Cruz, Cruz, and Sol. Donnie, Lay, Arnold, Doug, Johanna, Francis, Bruce, Virgil, Audrey, Amir, Tiny, Kelsey, Moses, Mitch, Hannah, and Armstrong. Wilkins, Dennis, Duarte, Robles, Pinky, McKnight, Eric, but Erica could be significant. Rosalind, Maureen, Mac, Giles, Dalton, Ruben, Blair, Mercedes, Dwayne, Edward, Quentin, Ruthie, Redding, German, Walter, Loretta, Russell, and Wellington. Let me pull some signs. All right, Holy Spirit, what signs are significant? The same thing with the signs. If you see the karmic sign, this is your confirmation. This is about them. If you see your sign, this is your confirmation. There's a message here for you. If you don't see any sign, that's okay. Oh, gosh. Wait. All right. Let's see what we got so far. Okay. Taurus. Sagittarius. Scorpio. Okay. Leo. We got Sagittarius twice. We got Taurus twice. We got a Gemini. Okay, give me one more. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, double confirmation Gemini, and we got Aries. All right, y'all. So that's what I got here. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Peace.